Sound check 1 2 1 2. Hello. I'm gonna continue on playing the World War I sandbox. And let's see. A little lag in the beginning. There we go. Pretty much I'm playing each country, I'm switching sides and building them up. You know, France has all that being built. You know, I'm switching to every industrialized country. But anyway, here's the stats, taxes, and social bracket that I usually go with on each nation. I switched to all of them and edited their taxes, social spending, and they all generally look like this. All the nations. And I locked it so the AI does not modify it. And you know, low income is usually none, but when you need money, you just max that out. But anyway, the unit research is locked for all nations, so they can't build any new units, only playing with World War I units that you start with. And the naval units that are going to be used is just this ship here. And I traded each country this ship. And what if they have naval fabs, I manually add and queue this ship. So anyway, all these nations are building this only ship, so it's going to be balanced. And there's going to be a point in time when I'm going to sell this series of ship to all the other nations. I'm going to trade it, sell it, whatever, give it for free. And that's going to be the upgrade. It's double the range. It will let the AI be more useful with their naval crawling. Well, anyway, guess I'll do an inventory of what's being built. So go through the list. I shuffled by the capacities, biggest first, and make my way down. I think Sweden needed to be switched to, but let's see here. Looks like stuff is being built. That's what we want to see. And I think that's all. Oh, there's Haiti too. I'm building up Haiti. Why not? Alright. So, no country needs assistance building, so let's play until the coal plants are 50%. But actually I was moving ships around in the meantime, so let's go on normal speed. Take our time. Yeah, I was moving the fleet into position just because. Getting it in position. Stacks of 7. So I have 2 stacks up north. Just trying to like what's the word? Just like compete against China, Canada's Navy. So I probably have enough up there then. 14, 21. And I probably need same amount up there. Yeah, I have it. 21, just to force posturing. That's the word. So I'm gonna force posture out in the West Coast. Probably compete with Japan's Navy and China's, and even Siam has a navy in this game, in this World War I playthrough sandbox. I built 3 so far. I'm building them up slowly. Only do so much because there's only so much industrial goods in the world market. in the world supply. So anyway, let's see here. 17. I'm gonna want 36. Yeah, let's bring them over. So 12. 12. 12. Escort the 12th. Ah, what's this nonsense? How am I gonna do this? How do I go down? Reach down? Well, I have a solution. 12th. Move the 12th one out. And I think that's enough supply for that range. Make it 3. Oh, I did it again. I'll move here. I gotta catch it before you move. A little tedious. And you're moved. Pause. Escort. There. Get some supply. I have enough ships down here in the Gulf of America. Gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna base them in this port, so I have to actually do something to make them dock. So repair is the easiest way. So that designates this ship to that port. So when the AI is doing its AI stuff and it goes to repair, it goes to this port and not the port it was created out of. So that's a little trick. So anyway, let's have the AI patrol these boats. Turn on full, no, medium, so they don't what do you call it, go into reserve. If you go to medium AI level, they don't go in reserve. They stay out. So that's usually the one I pick. because the AI tends to reserve most of your ships, and for whatever reason. All right, so we have 22 ships right now. Let's see here. Puerto Rico, bring some ships down. Let's do 7 along the coast. And in the Gulf, 17 ships. We'll stick with 7 ships patrolling for now. So it's an easy number to remember. Because we'll add later. You know, they're all 7 at all the ports. So I want them basing out of this port. So I'm going to change the rally point. Kind of want another port. Probably right here. Alright, so that's good. And turn AI off or on, and then repair here, and then patrol up in this area. So there's 27 reserves. Let's add 7 to Hawaii. Oops, wrong button. Back here. Send this transport back, kind of like a switcheroo. Send some more transports back. Repair. No, out of this port. Tons of transports on the East Coast. Probably send some over to the West. Make a repair right here. Repair order here, so it designates, like I said, that port. And the ships are here in Puerto Rico. Here. 7 there, 7 here. One more ship up here. Okay. Oh, someone's red. Let's see here. Who is? 55%. Zero cargo, so this is 100%. Escort. Just in case you didn't get the memo. We'll catch them up to the fleet. Go faster. What's this? Sonoma? Simona? Guam. Oh, Guam. Alright, the Navy's here. Have 3 near the port. And the rest patrolling the seas. Send these fellas back. I have 1 cargo ship in reserve, basically. And they made it. All right, it's time to check the nations. Russia's ready. Switch there. Not sure what I want to build. We'll find out, but probably naval fabs. Let's check their economy out. Oh, they need to build some power plants. What's their food situation? Alright, I'm looking for a place to have a hub. Let's see here. Where's oil? Not here? Okay. Four supply depots creates 100% supply. We'll do 2 of them. I want 300 production for military goods on most of the great power nations. All of them. And we're going to need at least 15 power stations. A little bit more. Alright, who is next? Italy. A little bit of petro field. Oh, they're building so much artillery. It's like 1-to-2 ratio. Anyway. Italy is done. Go to Canada. So they need at least 20 power plants at almost 100% supply. You know, if they build it in a supply area of 100%, they'll gain that much. Each one's about 1100. Each power plant is 1100. If you hold shift, it maxes out the hex. So with 26. Canada's done. Venezuela, yeah. Let's go. They need to work on their navy, so power's costing them $500,000. Well, they're not in debt. They can afford the building. Five. Be after money. We'll build one. And you must have high GDP. Everything's expensive. Yeah, GDP ranking 8th. That's pretty high. How about we make some farms? That's all we can build on the hexes available. And that's good. Alright, let's go to the next nation on the list. Serbia is good. Ecuador. Alright, all these nations are building. 80. It's the last one, alright. Back to playing some time away. We'll go until the power plants are complete. And we'll play with some units. Alright, the ships are almost at Philippines. Ships are almost at Wake Island. Getting some patrols out. Force posturing. Send these guys out on patrol too. But we're going to designate a port. This port right here, I want them coming out of. And have these guys kind of like in reserve. Where are all the ships? They're not really coming out here. Alright, patrol. Oh, I have them coming down on a waypoint. That's why they're all down south. Go back up north. Northeast patrolling range. Get out of here. There you are. Now you're patrolling up there. So I'll have 14 patrolling up here to force posture against Canada. That should be good. Now I want to get enough down here for China, against China. And the reinforcements have arrived. Kind of brought most of the Navy over. Oops. We'll set them in the reserve. We don't have to send them out to patrol yet. Send these guys back to the west coast. Alright. Let's see. Anything else I can mess around with while we wait? Not much to do. I already got my infantry set up along the border. Just a little bit. It's very unlikely there's going to be any unconditioned wars. The AI tends to be buddy-buddy with each other as time goes on. They just are friendly with all nations. It's like, I don't know. So you have to force wars the longer the time goes on. You have to switch to the country you want to declare war on. But that's no problem. The only gripe I have is when I gave territory. This territory was France. What was it? What's it called? Somaliland. When I gave territory to the Ethiopians, I annexed it as Ethiopia, and what do you know? Ethiopia released the nation. It's that update they had like 2 years ago to make it all non-colonialism bullshit. Yeah, well, it's a video game in my opinion, and the AI should be able to gobble up as much territory so it's harder for the human player. Not some role-playing non-colonialism bullcrap. Anyway, that's my gripe against the developers in game. I wish they would change that or make it an option that AI cannot release nations. So it's harder for the human player. And you can roleplay too. Like what I just described in with Ethiopia, how I did that. Yeah, because I needed a port for Ethiopia. And they're landlocked, so it worked. But yeah, actually, I forgot to mention. Yeah, they released the nation again, and I had to change to Ethiopia again and declare war just to gain the territory back. And ever since, they held on to the territory, so I had a little micromanage it. But in World War II scenario sandboxes, for some stupid reason, Japan likes to release Korea as a nation state. I mean, that would never happen in real life in that era. Yeah, that's another problem. But it's the only problem with the game. They did fix it in the latest fast track version. A lot of the issues, like naval escorts. Oh, our power plants are done. Time to check the nations. See what they're building. Or not building. Save it. Just see what we're doing here. Okay, so all right, we'll come back to this then. Midway. Oops, I gotta check first. All right. Japan, Germany's building. They're building. Austria. Switch to them. Okay, what would I build if I'm this nation? If I'm playing this nation. Need some power. I got enough military goods. 300's the target. Hey, why aren't you building 17 out of 17? Oh, they must have built a new port. Alright, or a naval fab. We'll jack that up in the queue. But they're probably I'm gonna focus on naval. So two of them. How's their food situation? Good. Probably get some oil. And let's max out your supply. For these supply depots, makes 100% supply. And that's that. Alright, who's next? Just gonna filter. Oh, this is gonna be a wonderful war once it starts. I'll just sit back as America and watch it all unfold. Okay, anyway. Spain. I've been trying to get industrial goods for the great powers, which is kind of like a great power Spain is in this sense. But 2000 is what I'm looking for. So we're going to build some more indie. So far the world supply of industrial goods is pretty good. We can sustain all this building I'm doing. All these countries building up. What'd that build? 4? Okay, 4 of them. How much does your power cost to get? 500,000. It's not worth it right now. It's just barely any. That's chump change. And they have no oil. Double check here. Yeah, they have no oil. All right, wait. So Indy and naval fab. So let's go with here. Probably build more in the Atlantic when these get full. All right. Anyway, make sure they're building troops. 84 infantry. What? Well, they can support 60 of them. That's 35,000 people. So let's build 60. Oops, wrong button. And if you play this game, your best bet is to have some program or a keyboard, like Logitech keyboard, that you're able to assign a key, and it's like a macro. It clicks for you. It saves you time, and time is important. All right, what's next? Canada. No, no, no. No. Netherlands. They're pretty built up. They're built up pretty good, so I'll probably do naval. Naval production. Yeah, they're almost at 500. All these minor states, country states, I'm looking at like 500 is the target for industrial goods. Just so they can sustain a building, one building or something constantly. And they get the rest from the world market. Alright, so let's make some oil. Oil's in demand with all the construction. Really. So 4 of them. And they can probably sustain. They have no debt. They can probably sustain naval fab without going in debt. They were in debt. I had them up to debt. Up to like 7 billion, but they finally grew out of it. Now that they have a good economy and making money. Anyway, who's next? Get that. I think that's it. That's it. Alright, back to America, and let's find something to do for the next a month or so. I kind of like playing this way because I get to play all the nations, and it's like a huge game within a game. And you can watch the simulation play out. So, and then you can modify it if something doesn't go your way, or scum save and load it before you declare war or something. Because I've played so many hours in this game, the AI is so stupid. You just build one type of class of unit and you can just monster over them. Like I usually just go with infantry, motorized infantry. In this era, World War One and Two, once you get that, it's game over. That's all you have to build, you know, because air is weak this era. WW2 and 1 is a joke. You don't even build air. But air is only good starting 41, 40 tech. 1940. I usually play 1 and 2. I don't really play Modern Warfare because the economy's already established and it's like no fun. There's no demand for goods, and I like the economy aspect of nation nation building. Alright, you guys coming back? Be cool if I had more territory though. I can force posture everywhere. You know, like the UK has all them territories, colonies. All right. Just let's go faster. I have nothing to really do. Just mess around with my navy. I'll get more in Panama. Probably like 4 more ships. Hey, why are we out of sync? Oh, I have an engineer. That's what's going on. That speeds up the process by 100%. So 60 days will turn into 30 days. But it costs the same amount, but it's a shorter time, so it's double the cost. Yeah. Where am I? Let's see here. All right. Let's go very fast. Okay. So I will wait till they're completed because it's really going fast. It's like a time benchmark for me to switch because I don't look at the date. All right, let's go back to fast. I think I have everything set up now. Oh, Hawaii needs patrolled. Designate the port. Do want to patrol here though. I'll probably send a lot here because that's close to Japan. Yeah, I'll send the rest up over. Nine is good. What the hell? Why is the AI controlling you? You're locked. The fuck? Get the hell out of here. Probably because I have this on. Shouldn't affect it though. Oh, I used the wrong one. I said 7. That's what I typed in. 7. Oh, I did 6. I figured out my issue. Duh. Okay. Back to where you were going. Here. Alright, save it. Japan is ready. Japan. Quick coffee drink. Alright, what would I build if I'm playing Japan? R&D goods supplies pretty good. Yeah, they're a beast. They just need oil. They're making tons of money so we can lower taxes. I don't want too much money being made. Just not cool, yo. And where should I build it? Probably East Coast, West Coast. How about these islands? Forget Iwo. That's this island? No, that's over here, I think. Okinawa. Two of them. Excellent supply, poor supply of indie goods. See, I'm looking right here. Anyway, just two. Because they're already like in the lead. And their industry's all set up. They don't really need much more. They're ready for war soon. Probably a bit more military goods would be. Probably go over my 300 limit. Or threshold limit. Everyone's building. These don't count. Cuba. Pretty soon, like Haiti is gonna build a naval fab, and then they'll be up here, right here in the ranks, right here. So I just go down here to this one is signifying naval fabs. So any nation that has a naval fab is a nation I'm building up. With the exception of Bolivia, because they're landlocked. Alright, so let's go let's play some time. I was gonna say go another turn. That's what it feels like. These won't have an engineer. Probably reduce the domestic price now that I have good supply. Keep the pop happy. Domestic approval rating. I can build some farms. Gotta increase naval production power soon. Gotta compete with the other nations. But our posturing is almost complete. What's China up to? I didn't go back and switch to them in a while. Oh, they're almost done with that fab. Well, it's a different game in this sense. Once I trade this Caldwell class to all these nations, and then they start building it. They get extra range. And I want it more reserved. I want it more reserved, so I just select basically all these. That seems to work. Just select them all and make sure you lock minister from building any facilities. Oh, I also did that with all nations. So all the buildings they build is human made, human input it. And I don't know if I want to start building capital ships for everyone. So they take forever and a lot of personnel. But they will hammer the coast if any units are near the coast. The flagship capital ships are really good. The cruisers, not so much, but in this game they're still labeled as capital ships. They just take 360 days to complete instead of 560. That's how you can tell they're a cruiser or a heavy cruiser. Almost there. And no ships are following you. What the futz? Do this again. 5. We'll do escort. This one. I thought I selected the right one. And I want some ships here. Because the port's complete now. Get rid of this one. We'll see here. And we'll do 7. $24th. We'll go on. Do this right this time. All right, all our navies like posturing. I don't know, I see more yellow dots than my ships up here. I might have to set these guys to patrol. I don't like that. So Send some more up there. Now. Did I patrol out Puerto Rico? Yeah, I did. Well, there's one way I can tell. Send these back to their ship. Yeah, they are. Yep, there's some over here. They'll go out and patrol again. I patrol out Florida. 7 ships. Repair here. And probably patrol out from Virginia. Oops. That changed this. I should have a strategy of a port for naval production. And then that have a waypoint somewhere. And then a port for patrols. So it's easier to manage. Because when they're getting built, I want them all to stack on one location so I can get an easy visual of what inventory I have. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So let's do that. Something here. Something here. And we're right next to NATO. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Switch them. I'll eventually get to Mexico, I guess. But they're ready to build. Germany. Pretty good stats. Nothing I can do with the oil. We're making tons of money. Pop that down to half. I'm just, yeah, mounted infantry is like the best in this era. It's all you need to build, and tons of it if you want to win. And let the AI control your troops if it's a land war. I see people micro and all their units. It's like, that's too much. You spend most time like setting up, and then, I mean, it's fun. Makes you feel like you're doing something, but it's not necessary. Just let the AI do everything, and they're pretty good. And the only thing you have to interdict in is if there's a choke point. You know, a bunch of artillery stacked somewhere. You have to micro that. Alright, why don't you deploy troops? You're making tons of money. Deploy all. I think every time I switch to a country, I'm going to have to edit these values so they start building reserves, because infantry dies quick. Unmounted infantry, you know, and there goes 600 troops. Anyway, what are we gonna build? Why are you scrapping? Oh, this is another thing they freaking did. Oh my gosh. They made this change too, where it scraps what you build. Like if there's too much supply, which I don't see how there is, the AI auto scraps it. Oh my god, this game is no fun anymore. I'm just gonna quit.